It's brutal out here. Fascism and Resistance in the 2025 Oscar West. Written, produced, and narrated by Templeton S. The 2025 Best Picture candidates represent a stunning variety of genres, budget scales, and themes. But if one thing unites them all, it's the role of the individual actor against the forces of totalitarianism. Wicked is a fairy tale take on a young student's political awakening. Conclave is about ideals clashing with reality and asks what people currently in power may need to sacrifice to prevent that power falling into the wrong hands. Dune Part 2 darkly suggests that to succeed, popular uprisings may end up becoming as ruthless and dictatorial as the systems they replace. Emilia Perez questions whether individual heroism ends up being swallowed by the violence and corruption that surrounds it. Films like The Brutalist, Nico Boys, and I'm Still Here suggest that merely outliving an oppressor is its own form of victory. Even seemingly less explicitly political projects, like A Complete Unknown and Nora, focus on individuals using sheer force of will to stand their ground against seemingly more powerful forces arrayed against them. It's perhaps telling that in the first set of films made since the 2023 strikes, this year's nominees are a celebration of stubbornness. Over the course of the next 3 hours of this video essay, I want to break down this theme film by film and deconstruct the strengths, weaknesses, and contradictions of each film's argument in more detail. But first, we should stop and ask ourselves, does it even matter? In our increasingly atomized media culture, who are these lessons for? What is the place of cinema in our national conversation? Is it doomed to be an irrelevant David standing against an increasingly right-wing corporate and social media Goliath? Perhaps, but we must remember that David won. Art is truly only obligated to be honest, but in difficult political times, are there not additional responsibilities? And do we, as an audience, also have our own responsibilities in how we choose to listen? Finally, the awards race is the biggest piece of free advertising cinema as a medium gets in this country. Is that platform being effectively utilized? All these questions and more will be considered in the next following 10 chapters. Chapter 1, Das Kapital and Russian Formalism, the Image and Revolution.